And the stadium announcer is encouraging people in the crowd to kiss each other. I hope we don't come on camera late. That's all I'm
Not
going
around
to say.
here. We won't be able.
Plate final, GFI Hong Kong Football Club 10s coming up shortly. As the night fair draws in, you wait and have a dinner that starts at 9 p.m, I believe.
Yes.
And I've seen some of your fellow dinner guests from the back room along there. It's going to be a long evening, mate.
Well, yes, exactly. I think by the time we get out of here, they'll be pretty relaxed already, and then by the time we get to dinner,
Where is actual dinner, Lee?
I don't know. I just better make sure I tag on to someone and follow them. It's in Central somewhere, Brucey.
You know it's in Hong Kong. So
I know it's in Hong Kong. It's roughly, it's in here somewhere. It's on the island.
What more do you need to know? Well, I don't quite, it may be that we're actually, there may be an official timetable we're waiting for here, maybe with Rugby Pass or something, I don't know, but it seems to be a slight delay to kick off. So I think we'll just go through what we think, what you think of the last 2 days. Great to see the stadium really full today.
Oh, yeah.
Really good. I think the quality of rugby, unfortunately, for the fun guys, just gets better and better.
Oh, it's a great tournament. You did right, Bruce. Again, just as the sevens started here and then it moved into the stadium. I mean, this 10s tournament, the standards just getting higher and higher. And it's fantastic. And it's all made possible by the sponsors, of course. That makes a hell of a difference. You can't do it without them. GFI being the principal sponsor, BT as well, Naxos and Allied World. All these people support the game and the event here.
We're going to try this one more time. Natixis, okay.
Is that another word like Sedberg that I can't pronounce?
Yeah, it's one of these. Too many syllables lately. I think we should. But no, look at, yeah, exactly. There's a phenomenal. And I mind speaking to the aliens maybe 12 years ago and asked them how much it cost to bring a team from New Zealand, and they said 50,000 US minimum.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that's 12 years ago. So there's a lot of folk. I mean, the New Zealand legends. We've lost some teams.
Yeah, over the years, yeah, some of those.
Final year they were here, they were all funded by individuals who just dipped into their pockets. There's still some great teams, and I really hope that Sedberg come back, because that was their first experience. I talked to a couple of the young kids, They loved it, really loved it. Walking in front of us, Hong Kong criminal advocate Derek Finch. Got many a rogue off in his time.
I might need you later.
Here we go, the music. Oh, the fireworks are on. They're running through the fireworks on the left-hand side.
Oh, here we go. Right. Getting pretty fancy now, Brucey.
World class. I'd be scared they caught fire running through there. Mind you, we'd go through a bit slower than these lads. Here we go. Samurai in the centre circle. Old boys coming to the centre of the pitch. Let's just hope it's a great game. And there's East Africans coming round. Yes.
The East Africans,
East Africans come round. Getting a great round of applause from the stadium. Yeah, and the first beer in hand of an East African I see there, actually. I think he's one of their Kiwis.
Well earned
beer. I think there'll be one or two more. I think well done, really well done. And we hope they're back next year.
Right, getting ready, and it's going to be the Samurai to kick off.
Oh boys, full bench. Yeah, sometimes you see these final games and there's just two left in the bench.
Yeah.
But we've been quite lucky with injuries, I think, through the tournament the last couple of days.
For sure.
Here we go. By the way, see if they stay onside at the kick-off. The answer is no. Nobody has all day.
Yeah, putting that kick all the way down to the 22 and immediately returned back by overseas Old Boys. Bit of a kicking competition. Here we go again. Haven't seen much of this.
Well, it happened in the last Samurai game, and it just seems so unnatural for a Fijian team. But here we go. It's back again.
Right, there we go. There's four kicks so far.
I think number 20 fancies a run. Yeah, here we go.
Right, enough of the force back now, and he decides to have another go. Kicks it down there towards the touchline. Taken in by Old Boys.
Nearly fumbled it, did really well in the end to retain it, but
penalty against him hanging on.
It's quick, not much time to clean out there.
Oh, big fella got over the top of him. Samurai coming over the ball. Great tackle there. Ball comes away. Samurai's side again. But well wrapped up.
They're holding up. I do like when they're holding them up, it's quite good, but often it seems to be around the neck.
Sorry. Ball popped out there for overseas Old Boys. So now they have ball in hand in the 22.
And he's kicked it away again.
More kicking in this game than all the other ones put together, Brucey, so far. Scragg tackling at the moment. Referee's got his hand out. Is he going for a head-eye tackle or something? What's that for?
He's giving something anyway. Samurai tap it quickly. Here we go.
Oh, big dummy there.
Big angle, big fella.
Nice change of direction. He's through. Is he going to get run down? I don't think they're going to catch him, Brucey. And Samurai go to open the score.
I think that's probably the first up tackle that I've seen Old Boys miss for a couple of games. Just one-on-one, let the man through, and you know, against this team, about 5-0.
Every one of them looks like they can run pretty quick, Brucey, don't they?
Yeah, I'm fairly sure that they would get to the pie and beans before you and me. And what I'm going to say, what I think's lost, I mean, I don't know if our audience, if the cameras pan out, the amphitheatre that this is. I mean, we're sitting in the centre of some of the highest paid real estate in the world, inside a race course. You see some of the biggest turnover in the world. With a sports pitch and a great sports club actually, and it's phenomenal when it gets late in the evening like this. You just the lights out, and you just look around, and more money than you could dream of in the surrounding area, I think.
I don't know. I'd like to think I could dream big.
Yeah, you could.
Maybe not that big. You're right, Brucey. And restart by Samurai. Another big long kick down there.
Here we go.
Quickly.
Are they going to keep it in hand this time, Old Boys?
Yeah.
15, danger man. No one.
Just took that ball nicely.
They've maybe got on the outside here.
Oh, look at that. There's a bit of pace. You don't often see that happen. He's blown a fetlock, I think.
I think he has. Yeah. We're inside a racetrack, as you said.
Ball popping up. Old Boys have it. And he's going to get there. Well done.
Great.
Oh, that was a bit of a risky play, but anyway, he did get away with it.
That's a bit hard to see. The boy that made the break, I think, might be a hamstring actually.
I think he just got a bit of an ankle tap or just pulled his foot and then popped it. Did well to keep going and set up the try.
But 7-0, it looks like being under the post. That was a great try. And the fellow that scored it, well, the fellow over the lines, maybe looking for a wee rest. It seems to be, I think it's full on all the time. You use your bench well here. And
the conversion is good, and so now level pegging, 7-all.
You see, walking in front of us, one of Hong Kong's best haircuts, actually. He was MC at the dinner last night, Big Andy Hall.
I was going to ask him.
Absolutely magnificent, really was, actually. He talks better than ever. He got one cap for Scotland and he never lost a game, but he talks a lot better than he played rugby, I think, actually. He's a great raconteur, great MC. Anyway, here we go.
Very nice man.
Overseas, Old Boys to kick off. They hang it up, Mike, with a chance to challenge.
And they get it. Well done. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Ball put very, very high, giving the time their side team to get onto it, and it paid dividends. Nice strong run there. Old Boys seem to have gone cranked up a gear here, Brucey.
That's a lot. Oh yeah. Hitch kicks, runs into 3 Fijians, gets to ground.
Trade
straight up the guts again.
Coming away, fending, pushing them off. 1, 2, 3, scrambles through, makes some good ground. Boof.
I think boof's what you say there, actually.
Finally brought to ground, unlucky though. Penalty going against overseas Old Boys.
Must have been holding on again, Leighton. Very, very quick decision.
Here come the Samurai looking to punch out of it.
Oh, and the big fella
scragged him. The ball went backwards. Yep. Yeah, good tackles. They're making sure they get these tackles. Can't afford to let one go. Not in this game.
And they're putting them on the ground because otherwise the big Fijians will just be offloading it.
Yep. Scrambling back to pick up the ball.
Oh, and back to kicking again.
And big hook. There's 2 sweepers down here, so there wasn't. Oh. Took that a bit casually. Well, I suppose he was trying to knock it on by picking up, and the ball bounced under his foot. Perfect Yorker.
Like a Scottish goalkeeper.
Yeah. Perfect Yorker.
And the ball boys falling over as that one goes past him. All sorts of carnage. But you know, I suppose that's the result for overseas old boys.
Yeah.
You just don't usually see two Fijians back and they kick the ball.
Yeah.
I say two Samurai players, but I mean they're all just natural flair Fijian players. Great in the open field, great runners.
Line out ball to overseas old boys, nicely won.
Big number one usually hits up big and strong, and he's
just
done
changing
the
the
same
direction. But there's the ball, it's at the back,
That's
no half back.
Somebody's got to take it.
Yep. Well, someone had to come all the way across the pitch to relieve the ball out of the back of that ruck.
It's a big carry for the big fella from DA Tigers this year. It's a great season.
Little chip over the top, they're fancying this, running for the ball, but in the end couldn't gather it back in again. It's a line out and it's going to Samurai.
Samurai, but that seemed, is there a replay coming up? Because that seemed to me to come off of the Samurai player.
Well, referees know better than we do, Brucey.
Yeah, well, it is getting dark and it's quite far away now.
Right.
At least the screen isn't as hard to see.
Try get me a jersey.
Well, line out didn't come particularly clean. Nevertheless, Samurai managed to pick it up. Oh, big thumping tackle there. Spun him around a few times and threw him to the ground.
Ragdolled him. Here we go. This big fellow is the danger man for overseas. Let's see if he goes straight back at them. No, he's going to kick it.
Another kick. A lot of kicking in this game, Brucey. Oh, that was close. Taking the line out, coming back in again. Quick line out ball. Another kick down. Someone's home though. Straight down his throat. And here comes old boys charging back. Oh, look at that.
I think that
Samurai climbing all over the top of that one, but old boys come away with it still.
Oh, they've had that nick turned over in the tackle.
Stolen though. Little chip through. He's got a bit of work on. He's got some people. In the end, the ball
takes out the bench.
Yeah. Came off the old boys player and went into touch. Line out ball for Samurai.
Tied up, 2 minutes to go, first half.
So both teams look like they could win. You know, they're not as if any one of them is being particularly dominant. Great play by both sides.
You just feel that there's that individual threat with the Samurai team. If it's when the ball bounces and there's a small breakdown, they just carry that threat.
Big raking run there. He found a gap.
Oh, and there's some gas.
And the wheels are going. Is he going to get there? And he was tackled. What a great tackle. That was phenomenal. That was a brilliant.
And a bit of gamesmanship from the overseas boy. He tried to throw it into play and get a penalty. The referee's having none of it.
Right, so that was a great run. Getting down there, fantastic chase, Brucey.
Yeah, because he was flying. He was really flying.
So line out and throw in from A-Trade overseas old boys. Right on their lines, they're going to make sure they take this ball clean. They don't want to tap it.
Big number 50 taking a break for old boys just
as the ground. Here they are.
This
going to run it out.
He carries straight. He's a big, strong runner.
Well, they're moving forward slowly. Two tacklers there though, made it a bit hard for the old boys, and a penalty.
That's just, they've got to try and keep this out.
Quick tap taking it. Samurai moving forward, he's backing himself. Held up off the line. And bounced the player. Samurai go through to score. Two tackles there. He bounced by one, didn't really make it, didn't seem to get a hand on it. The other one he just bumped off him. Three goes under the sticks.
Great individual play actually. I think the second tackler probably thought the first guy was getting him and just hadn't set himself to come over the ball. So probably 14-7 half time, Samurai. But no, it's a great game of rugby. I think the couple of the star boys for the old boys have just had a couple of minutes rest here. I think they'll be straight back on in the second half.
Still anybody's game, Brucey. I think maybe the edge just is with the Samurai, but it's not beyond old boys.
It's just that capability just to break open themselves. But this old boys team's played great rugby, look all the way through the tournament. See Andy Good down there. He looked pretty good in the kicking competition earlier on. I bet he was wishing he could win the car. The big boy, it'd probably take a Volvo to cart him about nowadays.
Yeah, would do.
But no, that was I think it's a difficult ask for 3 guys to kick these 3 kicks to win a car.
Yeah,
You'd have hoped they could have slipped in a wee club.
A ringer.
A ringer, exactly. Yeah.
Someone like Wilkinson. You reckon they would have recognised him when he stuck out there?
Put a wig on him. Put a wig on him. Yeah.
So getting ready for the second half to take off. That last try was very welcome, I dare say, by Samurai. So 14-7.
I was talking to some of the players earlier on. I don't know. Mentally, this game being ahead is such a difference. Yeah, it just seems to just give you that time, a bit of breath, time to gather your breath, play rugby. As you know, these good rugby players, they can keep the ball. Chance to win an Apple Watch and free travel insurance for a year. Dooley, the amount of travelling you've been doing in the last year, I think you could have done with that.
Well, I did actually. We used it as well. Had to call upon it. We're finished now, Bruce. We've got a real job to build my house now, mate, so I won't be going anywhere.
With the insurance for the ponytail, did something go wrong with it?
Yes, yeah, had a malfunction.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Overseas Old Boys, 7 points behind, 10 minutes left in the tournament. Leighton, just a quick question. Is the final 10 minutes or is it 12 minutes each way?
Sorry?
Is the final of the Cup 12 minutes each way or is it just 10?
Oh, I thought normally it was, yeah, it was a bit longer.
I think it might be a bit longer, we'll see.
And here we go. Old Boys, A-Trade Old Boys start the kick. Taken well by Samurai, trying to muscle it up. Finally goes to ground. Ball comes out. Luckily he dropped it back.
Oh, he's just lucky that went backwards, yeah.
He looked like he was going to go for a kick on it, then he just dropped it and it bounced backwards. But anyway.
And I don't want to question the referee too much, Leighton, but I think that ball was sitting up off the ground, and I think he was quite entitled to pick that up, the Old Boy. No,
you're right. They've been on the wrong end of all the penalties at the moment, unfortunately. They've been A-Trade Old Boys. That ruck has cost them a number of penalties. So, kick into touch by Samurai, coming down for the line out, just inside the A-Trade Overseas Old Boys half.
Samurai win that line out, not too cleanly, and they're really scrum through scrag by the A-Trade. Oh,
well done by Old Boys. They held that ball up, and the fruits of that bit of hard labour was a scrum with their feed.
Still well in this game, Leighton. Yep. Andy Good getting ready there, ready to join us for the final, which he'll be doing along with, I believe, Terry Wright yep. And Andy Good. An All Black and an English player. Some folk think that may see a big final next year, but we'll see how that goes.
Maybe.
I mean, I think one of the teams might be in the final. I'm not so sure about the other. We'll see how it goes. Anyway.
There's the scrum. Big weight coming in from Samurai.
He's done well to get that away.
Back, nevertheless, they managed to get the ball out. Old Boys trying to move ahead, but the Fijians are on him, pounding. Old Boys win the ruck, though. Here's the ball. Look at that. Just a little bit of a jink, and he managed to get through, make a few yards. Still have the ball.
Forward. If they can get quick ball here, Leighton, it's on, but really stern defence from Samurai. Here we come.
Old Boys making ground as they're going up there. There's the ball bobbling around. There's a Samurai player on this side of the ruck. Old Boys have it. Oh, held the tackle, big one there.
Hit. Oh, yep. He's done well though, he's got it away.
Yep.
Oh,
look at that nice little move right through the ruck. Oh, gave it to the wrong one. Passed the ball. Great position. He had support, but he gave it to the Samurai's player.
I would suspect there was a wee call there. He gave that very naturally to the man running his shoulder. I think it might have been a mind mate. We shall not surmise. Anyway, very unlucky.
Yep. He was up there with a few players with him and gave it to the wrong one.
They put him into touch, so it's their ball again.
Nevertheless, they've got the line out. There they go, nicely taken.
We're going for a maul from the 22, and Once
Not
again, no, I think they've given Samurai, didn't engage. They did the same thing in their semi-final. And they put it to the back and it's gone scrum because Samurai didn't engage.
They stood off. Okay.
Sneaky stuff, Leighton.
Didn't the Italians do that similar sort of thing to?
No, they ran round behind the rock and really upset the English for a half. I was finding it hard to contain myself actually.
I thought the funniest one was the England captain going up to the referee and saying, "So what are we doing? What are we supposed to do?" And the ref said, "Well, I'm not your coach."
I think it was we shall say no more. Yeah. I think we're showing our colours too much here, Leighton. Oh, that's a lovely
nice
shot.
Scrum came to the blind side. Oh, chopped down there though. Contesting the ball, there it is. It's popped out. Penalty again against A-Trade Old Boys.
That's just
he's hammering them on the penalties here, unfortunately.
They're not getting the run of the green at all, or the rub of the green. Here you go, another penalty. Going for touch. No great distance, just maybe between halfway and the 10-metre line.
So still plenty of time on the clock here, Brucey.
It's all about possession though. They'll want the ball, the Old Boys, obviously. But let's see if they put somebody up in the air here and try and challenge. They've got the right tall timber. Yeah.
Having said Samurai haven't really got the ball cleanly in their throw-ins that sort of bubbled around.
There we go.
Nicely stolen.
Great steal.
Beautifully done by A-Trade Old Boys.
That's the big fellow from DA Tigers. He's had a great season.
And there he goes again, back in the action.
Yeah,
stole the ball on the line out and taking it up, but I think he's going to have a bit of trouble here. Yeah, holding on to the ball on the ground. The Old Boys needed to get over him a hell of a lot quicker than they did, and he only really had one option: either let the ball go or.
You might think that maybe the Samurai fellow was off his feet, but he was over it. Yeah. And he was isolated, so I say big Jamie Chipman. He's in a great tournament.
Let's see if they can steal this one off them as well.
Well, they're in the head of the thrower now, so we'll see how they go.
Samurai coming down for the throw, taking their time coming into this line out. And they take it this time cleanly. Throw that ball wide.
Back against the green.
A-Trade Old Boys coming up very, very quick though, not letting them have too much ground for free. Samurai cleaned out again, got the ball coming away, chancing it up the midfield. Ball lost there, but the referee's not calling any knock on or anything else.
You would have thought there was a knock on there, surely.
Yes. Samurai went in with the ball, and the ball came out, going the other direction. Oh, big fend, big push, but I think he's over there, Brucey. Oh, referee's going held up, is he?
He's going to ask his touch judge, assistant referee. And the assistant referee really wasn't up with play either, so I'm not really sure.
Try awarded.
He's gone with his in-goal advice.
So kick to come, but it's 19-7. I think it's now just gone a bit too far.
I just think they didn't get the rubber green. There just seemed to be a straightforward knock on in the middle of the play there.
You did right, Bruce. Yeah. I can't understand the player went in with the ball. Samurai had it, and the ball came out moving forward.
The other side. Yeah. No, not good. Yes.
Anyway.
Good finish though. Good finish with a big fellow out wide.
But I think that might be the nail. 19 points. Oh, and that kick was good. Bounced in off the post.
So
up 21-7.
Need 2 scores. Okay, good.
2 minutes 40 to go.
I see a couple of folk in the Old Boys bench looking very unhappy.
Yes.
A couple of these, but hey, they've had a great tournament. They're in a final. They're in the plate final. Let's see if they can get a try back.
They're on the wrong side of a lot of those penalties. It was cost them a bit. And like you say, Brucey, that bit of play out there, I think they were unlucky not to get a scrum.
That's lovely feet.
Beautiful, beautiful run.
And it's just gone forward.
Old Boys just lost the ball forward now. Snapped up by Samurai. Ruck forms, ball out.
That'll be advantage over, I would assume. So, yeah. Oh, lovely ball inside.
Yeah,
good
changed the angle, came up, but nice tackle. Stopped him. Samurai pass out wide. The big fella again puts it in. There's plenty of support there. Forward pass though.
Pop forward. Great defence from the old boys, quite honestly. It looked like they were outnumbered a couple of times out wide, but no, scrambling defence. But I think, as you say, Leighton, minute and a half, it's going to take a miracle.
Yeah. Scrum down. A-Trade overseas old boys to feed.
I'd imagine the pressure all the way come on as well here. Samuel will just try and turn this one over.
Well, again, that the scrum of the Samurai's been a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Put a bit of hit on, and old boys have struggled to maintain it.
As this clock winds down, folk, we're under a minute and resetting the scrum, which
well, the Samurai, Bruce, if you knew that they would be taking 16 goes to set that scrum.
I think so, just to make sure. Ref. Yeah, here we go.
Ball goes in. They get it. Almost came out the same channel, but look at this. Nice run onto the ball beautifully at pace. Got some ground. The big fella has it.
He's worked hard all day as Big Shipman, so there we go.
PG challenging, Samurai challenged that ball, but old boys managed to hang on to it.
He's done well to come away from the touchline there.
That ball popped up very nice and quickly there.
I think they need to get this out right to their danger runners, actually. Yeah. Their two danger runners are out the right here, so they need to move this one more time. Here we go.
And they're going wide. They must have heard you, Brucey. Bit of a fend.
Good carry.
They are going forward though, Bruce. They're grinding up the paddock.
There we go.
I think he's going to go into touch.
Might be. Oh, he's taking
quick
it
throw.
Quick. Samurai have taken it quickly, which you would wonder when the clocks run down. But yeah, maybe they just want to put the icing in the cake.
Here we go. Toe down the back. Game's ending as the way it started. Kicking.
Big number 15 will have a run here. He's got nothing left to lose. And he's been great all day. Lovely offload. Another big shot. Here we go. He's got support, but what?
And they're switching in there.
Oh, just turned over the tackle.
Lost it forward again, and Samurai now coming away.
That's it. Clock's dead. I think he's just going to. Oh no, he's playing on.
They're still going out. They're going to bang all the way through. Yeah, you think they might tie it out, Brucey, but they're not. They're going to have a go. Now it's a foot race.
The big 15's kept it in play, and he's on again.
Did well. Scooped it up.
I think the lungs will be
back
busting.
In play. Yep. Old boys have it now. Popped the ball out. Lost it. So it was a little bit.
Just that wee bit extra, Samurai. Well-deserved winners. I mean, they got a bit of a shock when they get knocked out in the cup competition, but honestly, Leighton, well-deserved winners. But basically, hats off to overseas old boys as well. We'll be joined very soon by Andy and Terry. I'm just waiting here. There's a presentation, then I believe that Big Doddy Weir is actually coming onto the pitch before the final. So I'll just wait and see that, because Hong Kong Football Club have really done the good thing here. They've got the My Name is Doddy charity as their name charity. I think there's a presentation to Doddy before the final. As I have said a few times earlier on today, I think the best sports dinner I've been at by a long way last night. For I suppose a sad, tragic reason, but just the emotion in the room, the number of celebrities, the number of people that actually made an effort to be part of it, and the organisation, the voluntary people here in Hong Kong, the businessman Martin Murray, I know Jimmy Gibson, other people, Jackie Donaldson, who did all the organisation for them, which I tell you, organising 500 guys and a lot of rugby players takes a bit of doing, and it was seamless. And as I say,
you need to have a drink to start that job.
And as I say, the big curly-haired Andy Hall, great emceeing. So no, I believe that just before we hand over to the professional commentators, we'll just wait and see if Big Doddy comes on, and then that'll be us for another year late.
Might be more than another year, but anyway, we'll see.
Oh, Dools, you never know where you're going to be.
Yeah. Hopefully by then I've built my house, Brucey, and it'll all be done.
Well, so yeah, I've heard about this house. I've been sitting listening, and I just think it seems like a lead into a conversation when you come in to visit, Brucey, but yeah, I've just not heard it. I just haven't. But when I'm coming is after it's built, not before.
And there we go. So
I think great presentation, but maybe maybe we'll just pass over to the lads that are going to take over, Leighton.
Yeah.
Terry Wright and Andy Good will be taking us through the pre-match stuff for the final and then through the final. So we'll give way to them now. And thanks everyone for watching. It's been a great GFI 10s, and there's a spectacular final to come. Thank you.
And it's also a good ride for me. And as Bruce said, it's a great event. And we're looking forward to the next one.
Oh, Andy, back together again. Final coming up. We've got a jubilant Samurai team. They've won a final, possibly not the one they expected to win, but they've finished their tournament off on a high note.
Yeah, it was nice to see some camaraderie between two teams in the final as well. Having a hug together, a bit of a prayer as well. It's been a brilliant tournament and it's built nicely towards this final now. And reigning champions UBB Gavacal return to that final against Tradition YCAC. Two quality teams. As you said, Samurai would have liked to have been in the grand final.
Many people's pick, but no, it's yeah, it is a feature of this tournament. It's always played in good spirit, and there's very rare you can remember any unsavoury moments. So it's you know, how could it not be though? I mean, the weather here is brilliant. It's a lovely time of year. We've had a week that it's had a public holiday today in Hong Kong. Easter, the